Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Logan, and for those of you who follow me, you know that I love to make cinematic edits, and so today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make 3 simple mask effects that you can use in your videos to make it that much better. Let's begin. So as you can see, those transitions can really help make your video more interesting, and it can also introduce a new location depending on where you're at. And so enough talking, let's just jump in the computer and show you how to edit it. So we're here in Premiere, so I'm going to show you guys how to use these 3 transitions to help kind of make your videos pop more. First one I have is just me opening the door, and then it just opens up to the garage. And the second one is an elevator that the door is open and then I just walk through it to help reveal things. And then this is my I just zoom out of a steering wheel of a ship, a boat steering wheel. I'm sure there's a more technical term for that. And then this is my hero shot that we're going to be revealing, this cool little drone shot I took in Oregon. And so let's just jump right into it. So first thing you want to do is select the video that you want to use for the mask. And so I'm using this door, and so what you want to do is a couple frames before you open the door, you want to find a spot, maybe here, you press the key I on your keyboard to start a keyframe before you want the video to start, and then you finish. You scroll through the feed until your door completely exits or leaves the frame. And when the door leaves the frame, you're going to press O on your keyboard. And what that does is it makes a point for the video to begin and for the video to end. That way you're not having to drag this whole video and taking up the whole space. You can just only insert this one clip. And so this is just for your video only or audio, and so obviously you want just your video. If you want to do sound design later, you can. And then what you're going to do is you're going to either use your arrow keys on your keyboard to go up to the frames, or you can use your scroll wheel on your mouse to scroll through the timeline. And so what you want to do is you want to find the first frame that you see the door or the garage appear in the frame. And so you're going to press C on the keyboard to get your cut tool, and you're going to cut that. And what that does is when you create a mask, you don't want the mask to start on the beginning video. You want to start at the second part when it starts showing. So after you have that selected, you're going to go to Edit, and you're going to wait for it to switch, and then you're going to click the Masks tool. You're going to hit Mask Path, and you can rename this if you'd like. Just say Door Mask. And then what I like to do is I like to make the video viewport smaller. I'm going to 25% and then just dragging this down because you primarily just need to see the video more than actually like the timeline. So after that, you're going to select one point here, one point down below, and I usually make it kind of slanted. That way you have no mistakes when you're trying to animate it by selecting them, because if they're too close to each other, then you might select one or the other. You're going to hit invert, so that way the black is starting where the line is in the door, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty. Let's see, let me just move this over here real quick. See, as you can see, it's like a sliver. It's very, very small, so you want to just make it as close as you can and make the sliver super small. And so the beauty of Premiere is that if you use your arrow keys, oops, I'm not going to do that. If you use your arrow keys to scrub through it, or your wheel, so let's start here, move it up 5 frames, you can actually just move the keyframes to where it is now. And what Premiere does is it actually tracks or guesses what the mask is going to do between these 2 points. So if I move out, it starts here and it gets bigger. Another thing to keep in mind is if you want this mask to be very smooth and clean, you want to make sure that you get this outline around the thumb. So you'd make a couple more points right here and you adjust it there. Since this is a tutorial, I'm just going to show you the concept of how to make the mask. I'm not going to spend too much time on little details like that. But yeah, as I said, you can scroll forward and then again move your mask to be able to match the door and the door frame. And so when you scroll back, sometimes you just want to scroll back just to double check that it's not skipping or missing any of the door in the door frame. but it looks like it's doing pretty good. And so as you see, this door completely leaves the frame here, so at this point you can just move the mask to cover the whole left side of the video, and then you can finish up doing the right side. Looks pretty good still. And then you're going to continue with this edge, and then when the door leaves, then you're going to make the whole black screen cover the screen. And the reason why that I keep the black screen on, I haven't put the video underneath the video yet, is because I just want to make sure that I can visually see all the mask and what I'm actually fixing, and not focusing on the video that's going to be underneath it. So we're going to return back to assembly, and you're going to grab this and go again, just find a cool spot like here, I to begin, go to O to finish, and you're going to just drag this clip onto the timeline, and you're going to drag the new mask above the old video. So you're going to move this new mask black area, and as you can see, there's a spot right here that you could fix. So if you want to fix that, you go to edit, and you're going to click on the, and you actually have two options. So one, you can either move your feather to make it, or you can use the expansion tool to make it expand if you want to fill it that way, or you can use your feathering to make it feathered more, or you can just do it the way that most people do it. You just click on the mask, and you're just going to make it small again. So let me just do this. You're going to move this over just to make sure it's covered it. Okay, so yeah, go back to assemble, and then it should be fit. And so once you have the mask done, it looks good to you, then you just drag this video underneath, and as you can see, it just make sure it's fit the scale. When you open the door, it opens up to a new world. So that's the first mask. Pretty simple, and it can be very effective to kind of reveal a cool area. Moving on to the next one. So I'm just going to move this out, and then I'm going to delete these two, and work on the next one. So the next one also, let me just find the spot that I want to open, which will be right here for I, and then you're going to go to when you completely exit to O, and you drag this video in here again, and make sure it's set to scale, fit the whole frame, and you're going to scroll through it until you see the door open. When you see the crease right here, you want it to maybe about right there. You're going to hit C to cut the video, and you're going to start the mask from here. And I just like to separate to see it easier. So going back to the edit tab, you're going to click on the mask, and again, you can rename it if you'd like, say elevator door mask. Oops. Okay, and then you're going to start the mask here, and you're going to make sure this is selected. If you ever like if you click the mask, let's just start over. If you ever click this and you don't see your cursor turn into the pen tool, you have to make sure you select the top part so it turns into the pen tool. Again, you're going to make this smaller so that you can see everything, and you're going to make these a little bit distorted because you want to make sure that you can move through the points without it intercepting each other. Hit invert, just see it inverted, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like it's a little bit, just a small little sliver again. So then you're going to scroll forward, and you're going to move these 2 points, and I'm just going to, forgot to move this, I'm just going to turn this off now, if I can see what I'm doing. And so again, if you can't select it, then what you're going to do is you have to click this top part up here to make sure you're selected on the actual mask. And then you just move the points to the door to match it, so this way you're going to be moving through it, and you keep scrolling forward, and you adjust this until the door is completely open. Pretty easy stuff. Oops, why is it not? Oh, it's because I did the mask for the feather, not for the path. My bad. Start from the beginning. I'm going to do mask path, and then make sure this is selected, and once again move this here along with this point there, just to make sure it's nice and clean. This is pretty much overlapping again. Okay, so starting there, you can scroll forward again, and then points where the spot is. I'm just going to kind of rush into this because again I don't want this to be too long. As you can see, I have this mask covering this reflection right here, and so I need to make sure this line continually stays right here to make it consistent. And so it's going to be a little weird because the video's not, the mask isn't going to follow exactly what the. So you either got to choose if you want it to follow this line or like this line. So that's just something you have to keep in mind. And then once again, turn this layer back on, you will see what the mask looks like. So it opens up, and that's like the concept, right? So the reason why it's a little janky at the beginning is because this part isn't covered here, and yeah. So it opens up, and you go through the elevator. So with the third one, this one's a little bit more trickier because you have to animate this clip in order to have it zoom out and then mask it, if that makes sense. So first thing you want to do is go to edit, and you're going to go to keyframe from scale, and you're going to start this really big, so it's like covering up the whole screen. So yeah, it might look a little blurred out right now, but just trust me, it's going to look a lot better once we're finished with it. So once you come here, once you get about here, you're going to zoom it back to regular. So that's kind of the animation we're going for, is a fast pan out. And so what you're going to do is you're going to then go to the mask tool, and you're going to hit the path, and you can reuse again if you want, this wheel mask. And then you're going to make sure this is selected up here again, and you're going to view is smaller, and you're going to actually just make a mask outside of the whole thing. And then you're going to scroll out. Oh, I must have another mask up here. Yeah, okay. So you're going to scroll out, and then you're going to match it up with this open area over here. So when you're scrolling in, you should see it still follow. Oh my god, I messed it up, sorry. It's actually covering this part. Okay. So let's do it here. And you move this in here, and you're going to make sure that it's just following this little square. Okay. And so now you can start zooming in to be able to get that detailed square shot. Okay, so I'm just going to end it right there just because I don't want to take too much time, but as you can see, when the video gets smaller, it's following this wheel to the best of its ability, so this is still safe. So you can move this, so you can move this one to the second layer and this underneath. And so what you should be getting is kind of a reversal masking effect where it goes through the mask. So that's kind of the gist of it. You can use different objects like circles or squares, triangles, any kind of shape to be able to reveal things backwards. But yeah, that's the third one. And so, yeah, I hope you can use them. So those are pretty much transitions. That's how you're able to create something like this and make it really appealing. Hope this video helped. Hope if you have any questions or want me to go in more in depth of how to create some transitions that I use in my videos, or if there's anything you want me to help break down for future videos as well, make sure you leave a comment. If you like this video, make sure you like it, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.